everyone, today's video is a tutorial on the makeup that I'm wearing right now. This face, which as you can see is very sultry, warm, smoky eyes, very dramatic, using a little bit of glitter and using kind of like a rosy, pinky on the eyes as well, but it's very dusty rose. And then we have sort of like matching lips. This is a color that I fell in love with. It's the first time that I wear it. It's Tulle by Colourpop. It's one of their ultra matte lipsticks. And I'm also going to be featuring Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation, which I received to try out from influencers and Maybelline. If you want to sign up for influencers, I'll leave a description down below. You don't need to make videos, but you do need to provide your review of whichever product you receive. So that's what I'm going to be using today. And yeah, let's just go into the tutorial so you guys can see how I start and finish this face. Bye, besos. Alright, so to begin, we're going to be priming our lids. As per usual, I am using my paint pot Soft Ochre from MAC, and we just apply a thin layer and blend that very nicely. And next I'm coming in with Peach Smoothie, which is a light peachy shade that I really like to set my base, and also as a nice transition, a very light transition. So we're just applying that in a windshield swiper motion into the upper crease area using a large blending brush. Next, I'm taking Creme Brule, which is a very similar eyeshadow. It's just a little darker, a little warmer, and with a smaller blending brush, a little bit more precise, we're also going to be applying this in a windshield swiper motion into the crease, right at the crease, the socket line, just a little below the previous eyeshadow. Next, I'm taking this shadow, which is a little bit more brownish and darker than the other one. This is Cocoa Bear, even more warmer and more orangey. As you can see, we're going gradually lower using the same exact technique, but this time we want to be very precise and apply the majority of the color into the outer V and the crease. As you can see, I intensify the outer corners first and then lightly blend inwards into the crease. Next, I'm mixing these two shades. They are Razzleberry and Bitten, also by Geek, and they're like reddish eyeshadow, so any red tone eyeshadow will work for this. And using once again a smaller blending brush, we're going to begin applying this in the outer corner of the eyes and then blending inwards using the same technique. So like I said, we're just going and moving gradually, and we're starting with lighter shades and then darkening it up as we go, and that's going to make the look even more blended. Next, I'm taking Corrupt, which is a black eyeshadow, and this time we're really concentrating the majority of the color on the outer corner, and pretty much just in the outer corner, and then taking a blending brush and blending inwards, but the blending brush has to be clean. And I forgot to mention that I did apply some Scotch tape, as you can see there, just because I wanted this look to be a little bit more precise, and I was being a little lazy and I didn't want to be too careful with the eye makeup. Now I'm going to be applying this eyeshadow primer. This one is a 24-hour eyeshadow primer by MAC, and we're going to be using this to clean up the lid. As you can see, leaving the outer corner of the lid with a darker eyeshadow. We're just going to be using that inner part and the middle part of the lid, and we're going to be covering that with this gorgeous pigment called Rose by MAC, and we're going to be tapping that there very carefully so we don't get too much fallout. I really love how this pigment looks. It's kind of like rosy, but then you can also see that it has little specks of kind of like peach as well. Yeah. Then right over it, I'm going to be applying my favorite glitter of all time, which is Deposits Gold from MAC. But as you can see, I just went over very lightly because I just wanted a little bit of glitter. I didn't want that to take away from the pigment. And then go back in again with a little bit of the black eyeshadow and just intensify and just make the cut crease a little bit more precise. Now I'm going to spray my eyes with a little bit of Urban Decay setting spray so we can set that glitter, not in the eye, so keep your eyes closed. And then using Shimmer Shimmer also by Makeup Geek, which is a gorgeous shimmery light pale eyeshadow. We're going to be using that on the brow bone. And next I'm taking this gorgeous eyeshadow called Fringe from Colourpop, and we're going to be using that to highlight the inner corners of the eyes or the tear duct. And then we're going to be moving on to liner. I will be creating a very dramatic wing using my gel liner from Inkla in the color 77. But if you apply a little bit too much glitter, maybe you want to consider using a liquid liner instead. But for me, it worked out pretty well. And I just went back with a little bit more of the two red shadows and applied it on the crease just because I wanted the look to be a little bit more warm than it was actually at the moment. Then I popped on some lashes. These are Iconic from House of Lashes, and now using the corrector that I created, you can see a video for that. I'm going to be correcting my under eye area, and I will leave the link to the DIY right in the description box. Now I wanted to try this primer that I received in my Ipsy bag from February. It's from Smashbox. It's kind of like an oil. So I went ahead and applied that all over the face, skipping the under eye area. And then over that I am using my Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, yes. I really like this foundation. It's super high coverage and it does leave your skin matte, but not super matte. Like, it doesn't dry you too much. So I enjoyed it. I really like it. And then on my under eyes, I'm going to go over them one more time using my Naked Concealer from Urban Decay. And as per usual, we are going to be applying that in a triangular shape so that we can highlight this area. And I wanted to highlight even more today, so I'm going back over that using my Prep and Prime pen from MAC. And I also applied it on the highlighting points. And I'm blending that using my Real Techniques sponge. To help me with the creasing under my under eyes, I like to spray some setting spray on my sponge, and then I go over that one more time. It helps to set it. And then to completely set it, like the powder that I will be using is the yellow banana powder from the Kat Von D contour palette. And then using Cocoa Bear, I'm going to be applying that all over the lower lash line to smoke that out. And the brush that I'm using is kind of like a pointed crease brush by Zoeva. And I apply it from inner corner to outer corner. And then I'm going in my waterline with a black eyeliner. And this one is by Dujue, I believe. And then using a definer flat brush, I went over that with a little bit of black eyeshadow to make sure that we set that black liner. And then we're just applying some mascara to my bottom lashes. And I also went ahead and touched up the inner corners of the eyes just to make sure that it was nice and bright and open and awake. I wanted to make the look just a little bit more dramatic, so I went in with a little bit of the liner and I lined the inner corners of the eyes, creating a very tiny baby triangle. Then we're going to move on to contour, and I'm being super harsh with the brush. I don't know, I was beating my face for real. But we're just highlighting, contouring the outer parts of the face, per usual, my nose. And then for highlight, I'm using the Glow Kit by Anastasia. And I'm using this brush that I really like. It's by Morphe. I think it's the M433. Not quite sure, but I will leave it in the description box. So as per usual, we're just applying a little bit to the tip of the nose, my cupid's bow, any high points of your face that you want to highlight and you want that glow. And I really like this highlighting kit because it's not too much. Like, you can go over a few times and make it a little bit more dramatic, but if you want a subtle highlight, you can also get away with that. And then for blush, I'm using Luminoso by Milani, which is a great blush from the drugstore. We just apply a little bit of setting spray from Urban Decay, and we're pretty much done with the face. For the lips, I was debating between these three. These are this came in a kit from Colourpop. They're the Ultra Matte Liquid Lipsticks, and I decided to go for the middle one, which is a little warm rosy dusty pink, and it's called Tulle. Before I apply it, I like to apply a little bit of this chapstick. I think that it makes a huge difference on the application, and it just makes it not crack on me, so I really like it. And I just went ahead and applied that on my lips, and the look is pretty much complete. I'm just gonna go fix my hair off camera, and this is the finished result. I really enjoyed this look. I really hope that you guys liked it as well. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up the video and to subscribe to my channel. I see you guys next time. Mil besos. Bye bye. That I wore. Hey everyone, today's video.